I started this program on 1st September last year, which is about 10 months. It's gone down maybe 4 or 5 times, really below 70. But otherwise, it's been very stable between 80 and 90, even on my 48-hour fasting days.
Exactly. And we should clarify again that you're not on any diabetes medication. You're not taking anything that is going to push your glucose into a dangerous hypoglycemia. So
yes,
if you were on medicines or diabetes treatment, then a sugar below 70, we need to take it seriously. But otherwise, like for me or someone who doesn't have diabetes like you, when your sugar, even blood glucose goes in the 60s and you're sitting there fine, there's nothing going on, that's okay. It's not dangerous.
yeah. But this was, I mean, everybody who's now asking me, so how do you lose the weight? And I say, intermittent fasting. And they're like, how many hours? 8 hours, 12 hours? I'm like, no, 48.
Yeah.
And they cannot believe it. They said, how do you survive? And really, doctor, I feel so much better on my fasting days.
Yeah.
So much better.
In what
And
way?
so more energy levels, and I feel like doing much more, and just more alive.
More
Just
alive.
great, which is unthinkable of. I haven't eaten for 48 hours. But
Yeah.
I think it's also the process of autophagy, where the body eats up its own dead cells
Exactly.
and new cells are produced. So one thing I wanted to say is one of the other critical success factors was the videos that you sent me when I signed up for the program. So the videos were so informative, and they really convinced me about fasting as a way to good health. The videos were very simple but full of knowledge, and the test at the end of it was not a 60% pass or a 70%, it was 100%. That was something new. But then I had to keep going back and get that knowledge. And I may not remember all of it, but the whole the principle of it stayed with me.
Yes.
I think that those videos are amazing. Please carry on with that in all your programs, and everybody who signed up for your program should definitely go through them, because the theory behind the practical is very important to be able to stick to this program. It's very, very important.
Wow. So here I'm going to ask 2 questions because we get this a lot. And you are turning it into what we want it to be. Means this was the thinking behind the design of why no diet charts, why educational videos, and why a 3-month structure upfront, right? And yet we sometimes get pushback, or because people are not used to this, it's something very unconventional. We get people who are saying, no, but my life is so hectic, my life is so unpredictable. That's why you need to give me a diet chart, because you need to be able to make the diet chart work for my life. What would you say to someone like that?
I'd say it's so much easier not having a diet chart. It's so much easier because you can eat what you want with using your head. You can eat what's available. You can plan it. Otherwise, if you have a diet chart, you're running around all the time.
Yes. What if you're traveling and you're in a hotel, or it's a business meeting or a wedding and you don't have...
But here's the beauty of intermittent fasting, that if you're traveling fast,
okay,
it changes your life. In fact, the day that I do go out on my eating days.
Yes.
Another thing I must clarify is that when I first started fasting, I used to fast very well. I had no issues fasting. But on my eating days, I would feast. So here's the thing. It's not feasting or fasting. It's fasting or eating sensibly. So this was a big change. My sister helped me here. She said, I'm noticing that you're fasting very well, but on your eating days, you're just going berserk. So whatever weight you've lost is coming back on your eating days. And this is a big change I made.
Yes.
So I think one of the critical success factors is to plan in your head what you're going to eat for the day. I try and plan to go out on my eating days, first of all, not on my fasting days. I don't have a problem not eating when other people are eating, but other people feel uncomfortable. They don't understand what you're doing and the rationale behind it. So here's where the system comes in. I've now become very strict about going out with people who understand what I'm doing, so that they don't say, come on, eat this. I'm feeling so odd eating while you're not eating, or you're eating salad or whatever it is. So that is very, very important, that people around you in your close circle understand the program you're doing.
Yeah.
Especially the people who are at home, so that they don't start getting nervous about 48 or 72 hour fastings.
Right.
So that is very, very important.